Castillo, and I am the development coordinator here at Little Earth of United Tribes, which is a housing community located in the heart of Minneapolis, Minnesota. We are a Native preferenced community with HUD housing. Little Earth has 212 units, over 1,000 residents, and almost about 50% are under the age of 18. With, from those under 18, almost 50% of those are under the age of 6. So, huge youth energy. There's always differing, ideas and thoughts on culture and the abandonment of. I don't believe that everyone abandons their culture to fit in to what we call mainstream society. I believe that at times the society has abandoned indigenous communities because it was not by choice that deeply strong and true ceremonies were left behind. It is not by choice that individuals are left to make the decision, do I keep my traditional ways, or in order to become, more firmly embedded into society, which then the idea is that they'll be more successful. I believe a whole person is someone that can bring all of themselves, of who they are, into a world, into a community, into an environment where they will be more successful because they are being true to themselves. We walk with community. We walk with our families in mind. And there's usually a return to home to share resources and to share newfound knowledge, or to share the opportunities that we have connected with. So it's never alone. It's hardly ever alone. It's always knowing in the back of our minds, in our intent, that we are in community, we heal with community, and that we will be stronger working within community. They say Minneapolis, it just holds your heart. When you are, especially like a South Minneapolis person, as I have been most of my time living in the cities, you almost have like a heart connection with Minneapolis because it is so deeply rich with culture, the vitality of arts, the importance of respecting each other's communities. Of course, along with the hardships, of course, along with the challenges, but to be Minneapolis and be in Minneapolis, and you're of so many different worlds because you see a reflection of so many attributes of city life. You see reflections of what can happen as far as what success means, what educational attainment means, what professionally that can mean when you're working in your choice of profession. You see so much that is reflected back at who you are. I think it's very embracing, it's very validating. You feel witnessed. I feel witnessed when I'm in Minneapolis. And I think that's why it's always been a point of where I come back home to in my adult life. I do feel witnessed in the city of Minneapolis. And that's not so clearly defined, in other cities and in other communities. I'd like to know what you're feeling right now, being the one, posing the questions. Yeah.
I guess, I don't know, I just feel like this is sort of an immeasurable level of curiosity. And I know that regardless of how many questions I ask or throw into your ears, I won't really be able to immerse myself or the viewer into the larger effort here. Because, as far as I can tell, it's this is it's pretty superficial. We're not really getting into the heart of the matter, and I think that's because you can only give a viewer like a 2-5 minute video. You can't bring them into the program. You can't bring them into the location. So the thing is, I guess with my questions, I'm just sort of I'm trying as hard as I can to make sure that you dig further into some of the content. But I don't know if we can really go in that deep. I don't know if we have. I don't know if the camera is a good enough tool to dig that deep. I don't know if maybe a shovel. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if there's a wide enough lens.
Oh.
You mentioned that the lens is a 360, degree view. When I asked you and mentioned that the lens is definitely probably not wide enough to take in the full life of any community, but that the 360 view is definitely a measurement, absolutely. But there's other levels of measurement in the spiritual world that we're never going to be able to see. We only experience them at the moment.